Our 2015 summertime football training camp reports continue today as we visit the camp of the Farmington Knights. The 2014 season saw vast improvement for the Farmington football team. The Knights started the year by winning 2 out of their first 3. They allowed fewer points and fewer yards from the opposition than in 2013 and tripled their win total. That's the good news. The bad news, Farmington finished 3-7 and lost 6 out of their last 7 games. During Eric Kruppe's first season in 2013, the Knights struggled with depth. That's something that has developed over the last 2 seasons, especially along the line.
Well, we've got 3 seniors that all have started on at least one side of the ball, either offensively or defensively or both. Devin Savage, Chase Montgomery, Noah Patterson, seniors with some lead in their butt that I think can do some good things for us. Chase Fishbeck is a junior that is started some football games for us on offense. Now, he's coming off of an injury, so we're hoping that we can get him back in time for the start of the season. You know, that's to be determined.
Devin Savage may be the leader of that unit, and the Knights will rely on him in all 3 phases, including as a deep snapper. Savage, though, likes the guys that'll line up beside him.
Noah Patterson, Chase Montgomery, and Andrew Shelley. He's a sophomore. He's going to try to join us this year, and Nick Casamatis. We're just focused on being a family this year and help sparking everybody else, and just, getting as many yards as we can and being a hard-nosed offense. And we don't have the size like we always have in the past, but we're going to compensate and just have to work harder and dig deeper for it.
If the front 7 can find a way to get to the quarterback, Coach Kruppe says his playmaking secondary can make some things happen.
Probably the strength of our defense and maybe the strength of our team is in the secondary just because we returned so many starters, and those are kids that performed well last year. Logan Dotson at free safety, Tappan Westbrook as a sophomore only at night. Both had great seasons. Cameron Haynes was a returning starter at corner. He's a good athlete back there. And then we've got a couple kids, Braden Moon and Alex Greco, that can fill in that final spot for us. So I think the secondary will be one of the strengths for us as a football team.
Logan Dotson is one of those returners as a safety and will also catch some passes on the other side of the ball this year. He says all those veterans have put in the work to be even better this year.
For the whole month of June, we lifted, and then we'd come outside and run. And then we did some 7-on-7, which is just receivers and linebackers and safeties and stuff like that. It was pretty good. We progressed a lot, and we went to a tournament, and we did pretty good there. We progressed a lot from last year, too.
The Knights do lose their leading tackler and middle linebacker Scotty Roberts to graduation, but Kruppe says he's got a good group of athletes that are fighting for those tackles.
Nick Bertram, Cody Friedmeyer, and Colby Barnes, who's just a sophomore, all 3 kids looking to earn some time in that middle linebacker position. We return a starter in Gavin Duncan, who will be a junior. And then Michael Wright's really done a good job of coming on. He's taken a step up as a senior and really shown so far this summer from a will linebacker position. You got guys like Tanner Murphy as well who are going to be in the mix for me for some time.
Let's go to the offensive side of the ball. After starting a few games as a sophomore, Brant Busenbark became the man behind center last year as a junior. Busenbark demonstrated a strong arm and some power running skills. He says this year he'll be even more of a pass-run threat.
I consider myself more as a passing kind of quarterback. I'm not really the fastest guy. Once I get loose, I kind of get a little bit faster. I'm not the quickest guy either. I'm kind of big. I'm probably the biggest quarterback in the league, honestly. But I've lost a few pounds. Hopefully I'll step it up, got a little bit faster. So, yeah, hopefully I'll break loose and score a couple touchdowns.
Busenbark has also convinced the coaches to turn him loose on opposing quarterbacks.
I talked to Coach a little bit this year, and he's put me in at DN, so we'll see how that goes. I like to hit people, too. Maybe I'll learn some new stuff that I got to do to beat him out. Maybe the other quarterbacks will teach me some stuff so I can get around. Well, if they get around me, that's not good, but if they teach me to get around other guys, then so be it.
Gavin Duncan should move from the number 2 option in the backfield to the focal point of a more concerted running attack. The power back ran for almost 6 yards a carry as a sophomore. The special teams will be led by kicker and probable punter Braden Krause, who not only already holds the school record for the longest field goal, but he also makes it tough on the opposition returners.
Extra point field goal kickoff phase. He's taken to a little bit quicker than the punting phase, but he's got a chance to potentially do both for us this season. But yeah, he's already set a school record in terms of field goal distance at 42 yards back as a sophomore. Last year, one thing that really helped us out was 21 of his 27 kickoffs went at the end zone for touchbacks, and that really helps the defense. If you know that you can start an offense at the 20-yard line after you score at the beginning of a half, that really puts you in an advantageous situation defensively. And he's gone to some camps this summer, so I really look for him to be improved from even his last 2 years.
Farmington begins its season with a Saturday game at Ladue on August 22nd and continues with top-flight competition all season.
You know, you look at Cape Central, they were a state finalist in 4A. Ladue was a semifinalist in 5A, which is a class above us. You know, Jackson and Park Hill Central, both district champions, quarterfinalists. Vianney lost to Jackson in the district championship game. Sykeston's always tough. I mean, you look at the schedule, and there's no cupcake. There's no cakewalk in there.
I'll be there to call all those games and all the others on AM 800 KREI and MyMoInfo.com. Don't forget to begin every Friday night with a Fleegs Equipment pregame show and finish up with the End Zone show on Regional Radio. Join us on August 19th with our Pigskin preview. I'm Chad Speaker from the Farmington Football Camp for Regional Radio Sports.
Black Knight Pride on 3. 1, 2, 3, Black Knight Pride.